Welcome back. It is a treat beloved by so many Mainers that's been around for about 150 years or more. If you've never had a Maine Needham, you'll get the chance this weekend at the Maine Needham Festival in Wiscasset.
Here to tell us more about the delicious and unique treat is Malaika Picard from the Maine Needham Company. Good morning. So first, for those who don't know, what is a Needham?
So we'd like to do a synopsis that a Needham is a traditional Maine candy, been around for about 150 years. It was first attributed to candy maker John Seavey, who put together coconut and potato covered in dark chocolate. He sold it commercially for many years, but it became one of those things that folks started making at home. So there's a lot of nostalgic value to it. Folks remember making them with their grandparents or picking them up when they come to Maine to vacation. So not only is it a yummy treat, not only is it a Maine-based treat with the potato in it, but it's one of those feel-good treats that comes with some fond memories and a lot of nostalgia.
Tell us about when you bought your business and why you got into this business and what that journey has been like.
Sure. So my husband was building houses with his brother and realized that as we're getting older, that probably wasn't something that he wanted to do forever. So we started looking for something to do on the side. He'd been doing custom cakes just as a hobby over the years. So we got some time in our basement, a certified kitchen down there, to have a bakery, and tried to do that, which was a lot of work. During that time, a friend of ours who was originally doing this said, "Hey, I'd like to talk to you about taking over my business." So we kind of collaborated and were very excited about the potential.
Yeah.
And so a little over 5 years ago now, we assumed the Maine Needham Company, transported the equipment from her house in Norway, Maine to our house in Saco, Maine, and worked out of our basement certified kitchen and did it from there. About little over a year ago now, we have since moved into a commercial space still in our hometown of Saco and are continuing to grow. So
that's amazing.
You just moved to that facility in Saco, and you said you're continuing to grow. What do you expect to see in maybe 5 years out from now?
Well, we have a mission to preserve, revitalize, and expand the tradition of the Maine Needham. So our hope is to make sure, first of all, that everybody in Maine knows what a Needham is and why it's special, and then kind of go outside the borders, extend into New England and beyond if we can. But it's really important to us to kind of preserve that tradition.
And you know, we've got Maine Needham Day now, which you pushed for. Tell us why that was so important, and then also tell us about the festival, what we can expect from that.
Sure. So Maine Needham Day came about because in 2022, we wanted to celebrate what appeared to be the 150th anniversary of the Needham. So I reached out to our local state representative, Maggie O'Neill. I said, "Maggie, do you think that we could get the governor to do a proclamation to celebrate 150 years of the Needham?" Well, that initiative didn't go through, but Maggie was so enamored with the idea that the following legislative session, she instituted a bill to establish a Maine Needham Day, and that passed as of spring of last year. So last year, the Maine Needham Day was established the last Saturday in September to commemorate the cultural and culinary tradition of the Maine Needham. So it's something that encompasses the Maine potato industry and the history involved there. It involves the Maine candy makers and retailers. And so of course, when you have a holiday named after your product, you of course have to have some way to celebrate. So we partnered with the Maine Food and Beverage Center in Wiscasset and put on the first annual Maine Needham Festival last year. And this coming Saturday is our second annual, bigger and better than last year. Very excited about that. So we love sharing the Needhams. We love sharing the love and keeping the tradition alive. So
yeah, well, it's definitely deserved to have that day. And like I was telling you guys off camera, I'm from Connecticut, but we used to vacation up here as kids in Maine, and my grandmother lived up here. She would always buy us these candies, and it kind of just reminded us of Maine because you can't get it anywhere else. Right. So what can we expect to see at the festival on Saturday?
Well, first off, you'll see Needhams. You'll not just see our Needhams, we have some apple pie and some
Ooh.
sea salt Needhams.
Oh my goodness.
So you'll
that's
see our
amazing.
Needhams, but we also have other candy makers there who make Needhams, so we're all going to be sharing our wares. Much like most festivals, we will have crafters and vendors there. We'll have some live music. But the part that I'm most excited about is the part that kind of celebrates the potatoes and the Needham culture. So the Maine Tasting Center has a building called the Discovery Center. It's set up like a long display hall. And in that area, we're going to have a display that was donated by the Caribou Historical Society. They sent along some old potato baskets and barrels and some photographs to kind of explain what's going on in the pictures and celebrate the potato history. We actually have some historical Needham packaging and things like that we have at our facility that we're going to bring to kind of celebrate the heritage. And then the really fun part is that we have field games and crafts and things that incorporate potatoes that aren't just for the kids.
Oh, fun!
So last year we did potato sack races, and the grown-ups enjoyed that as much as the kids did.
Love it.
We're going to do that again. A handful of different activities. One of the ones I'm most looking forward to, apparently they're ready to do Mr. Potato Head with real potatoes.
Oh, perfect.
So it's fun for the whole family.
It's going to be a great time and a delicious event as well.
Sure.
Congratulations, and thank you
you.
for keeping this tradition alive.
Thank
so
you
wonderful.
very much.
Thanks for being here with us
Thank
this
you.
morning.
Thanks for having me.